There's something almost magical about watching dead, tired soil transform into dark, crumbly earth bursting with life. Every fall, I pour a simple homemade mixture into my garden beds, and by spring, it's like the ground has come back from the dead. Earthworms return, the soil feels soft and rich between my fingers, and my plants grow stronger than ever. It's not a chemical trick or expensive fertilizer. It's a natural, living soil recipe that restores the heartbeat of your garden from the roots up. If you've ever struggled with compacted, pale soil after harvest, this is your season to change it. Fall isn't the end of gardening, it's the moment you begin building next spring's success. By feeding your soil now, you set the stage for explosive growth later. This powerful fall soil activator works quietly through the colder months, turning dull dirt into a thriving microbial ecosystem. After months of heavy cropping, your soil is exhausted. Plants have drained it of nutrients, microorganisms have dwindled, and the structure has compacted. Leave it untouched, and by spring you'll face hard, cold earth that resists water and chokes young roots. But treat it in fall, and you give it time to heal naturally. Microbes rebuild colonies, minerals rebalance, and organic matter breaks down into food for the next generation of plants. Fall soil restoration is about one thing: feeding the soil life, not just the plants, because when the microscopic world beneath your feet thrives, your crops will practically grow themselves. The formula I'm about to share is simple, but astonishingly effective. It's not synthetic or store-bought. It's a living brew made from common ingredients that work together to restore balance, energy, and life to your soil. Every element in this recipe plays a role in awakening the underground ecosystem, preparing your garden for explosive growth come spring. Here's how to make it, and why it works so well. Yeast is where the magic begins. It's a powerhouse of microscopic fungi that awaken dormant microbes and kickstart decomposition. Once introduced to the soil, yeast feeds on natural sugars, releasing warmth and carbon dioxide, two essentials for microbial respiration and growth. To prepare the base, dissolve 100 grams of fresh baker's yeast, or 10 grams of dry yeast, in 10 liters of warm water, between 30 and 35 degrees Celsius, or 86 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Add 2 to 3 tablespoons of sugar to fuel fermentation. Within half an hour, you'll notice a foamy layer forming on top. That's the sign of living activity, your first proof that life is being reborn. However, yeast alone can throw off the soil's balance by temporarily depleting nitrogen and calcium. That's why the next ingredient is essential to keep your soil chemistry stable and fertile. Wood ash is one of nature's most underrated gifts to gardeners. It's loaded with potassium, calcium, and trace minerals that restore what yeast takes during fermentation. But that's not all. It also helps neutralize acidic soil, kills overwintering pests, and creates a mineral-rich foundation for beneficial microbes. Add 1 cup of clean wood ash to your yeast mixture and stir thoroughly. Make sure the ash comes from untreated wood, not charcoal briquettes or painted scraps. The goal here is purity. Real wood ash from branches, leaves, or firewood is best. Once combined, your solution now has balance, life from the yeast and minerals from the ash. But to truly bring it alive, we need something that nurtures the right kind of microbes. Milk whey might seem like an unusual garden ingredient, but it's actually a secret weapon for restoring soil health. Packed with lactic acid bacteria, whey repopulates your soil with beneficial microflora that suppress harmful pathogens and diseases. Go ahead and pour 1 liter of natural, unsweetened milk whey, leftover from cheese or yogurt making, into the mix. Be sure to avoid anything with preservatives or sugar. This creates a symbiotic environment where good microbes thrive and harmful ones, well, they just fade away. Yeast and whey together form a microbial alliance. Yeast breaks down organic matter, and whey protects the soil from harmful bacteria while encouraging long-term microbial diversity. Within just a few weeks of application, you'll notice your soil turning darker, more fragrant, and beautifully crumbly. Now that the biological engine is running, it needs stability and storage. That's where humate comes in. Derived from humic acids, humate improves soil structure, locks in nutrients, and enhances moisture retention, making your soil both fertile and resilient. Add 1 teaspoon of liquid humate, or the equivalent concentration recommended on the package, into your 10-liter mixture. Give it a good stir so every molecule blends evenly. Think of humate as the battery that stores all the biological energy you've just created. It ensures that nutrients stay accessible through the entire dormant season. The final touch is small, but mighty. Add 5 to 7 drops of regular pharmacy iodine per 10 liters of solution. This acts as a gentle disinfectant, killing off harmful fungi and bacteria without affecting the beneficial ones. If your garden battled soil-borne diseases this year, iodine gives you a clean slate for spring. Now your elixir is complete, a balanced living mixture designed to restore soil from the inside out. Once all ingredients are in, stir well and let the mixture sit in a warm spot for 2 to 3 hours. This brief resting period allows microbial activity to intensify and fermentation to start. You'll know it's ready when it gives off a mild, pleasant fermented scent. Before pouring, lightly moisten your garden beds. Slightly damp soil helps the mixture soak in deeply instead of running off. Apply evenly using a watering can or garden sprayer. One 10-liter batch treats around 2 to 3 square meters of soil. If you plan to dig your beds, do so immediately after applying the mixture to help it reach the deeper layers. For no-dig gardeners, simply cover the soil with a thick layer of organic mulch. Fallen leaves, straw, or grass clippings work perfectly. The mulch traps moisture and warmth, creating the ideal microclimate for your soil to quietly rejuvenate all winter long. As the months pass, that living solution gets to work in ways you can't see, but will absolutely feel by spring. Yeast and bacteria consume leftover organic residues, releasing carbon dioxide that gently warms and aerates the soil. Humate locks nutrients in place while improving structure. Worms return, drawn by the abundance of food and shelter. Their tunnels naturally aerate the soil, and their castings enrich it further. By the time you plant again, your soil won't just look different, it will act different. It will hold moisture better, drain evenly, and release nutrients steadily. Seeds germinate faster, roots spread freely, and plants grow stronger with less need for synthetic feeding. Apply this mixture after your harvest, but before the temperature drops below 5 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Microbes are still active in this window and they'll work through the winter. One treatment per year is usually enough, though severely depleted soil can benefit from a light second dose a few weeks later. Always use dechlorinated water. Tap water should sit uncovered for 24 hours before mixing. Chlorine kills beneficial microbes, and this formula thrives on living organisms. Also, never mix this with fresh manure. Ammonia from decomposition can destroy the beneficial bacteria you're introducing. When the frost fades and the first warm days of spring arrive, the difference will be undeniable. Your soil will be darker, softer, and alive with worms and microbial fragrance. You'll notice better germination, greener leaves, and stronger growth. Because this time, your plants aren't just growing in soil, they're growing with it. This isn't gardening magic, it's microbiology. And once you've seen the results, you'll never skip this fall ritual again. So this season, don't let your soil sleep hungry. Feed it with life. Pour this living elixir once, cover it with mulch, and let nature take over. When spring comes, you'll stand on soil that breathes, teems, and thrives, and you'll know, you didn't just grow plants, you revived the earth itself. If this guide helped you, make sure to subscribe to Crop Corner, share this recipe with your gardening friends, and leave a comment about your results. Remember, healthy soil is the secret to every great harvest. Pour life into it this fall, and watch your garden thank you in spring.